What's good, family? Shout out to my doggy shed for coming through and boosting up the coin. Much needed coin, 100%. So we got some truly breaking news right now regarding your man's Anthony Bumua. Yeah, he has clapped back at Tyson Fury's call out and said he on it, allegedly. Yeah, so for you man who don't know, about 24 hours ago, Tyson Fury put it on Anthony John Stewart and said, yo, Mr. Bodybuilder, yo, at the number one bodybuilder in the world, what are you saying, Big G? Let's give the fans what they want, as Usyk's ass has gone. Very nice, he liked me much. I got the date and venue. Who will rule Britannia? Also, Fury put a video out where he personally called out AJ. I've covered that in my last video. Anywho, AJ clapped back and said, yeah, calm. I don't do the online discussions just for clout. No, but you will throw people's belts out of the ring, won't you, clown? You know what I mean? I'm sorry, AJ, yeah, this whole facade, like you're some Gandhi Don. Oh, you know what I mean? AJ's whole shtick, yeah, for the last 10 years has been, I'm too good. Innit? That's his whole thing. I've been saying for a long time, AJ should have been dropped, the whole corporate big broom stuck up your ass. No one weren't trying to see that. Apart from the AJ virtue signalers. Oh no, YB, AJ's just different. AJ's special. Oh, AJ's Mahatma Gandhi. Oh, YB, AJ's just so, you know what I mean? He's so deep. And no, YB, AJ's so deep. He can win fights and be holier than thou. Oops. Next thing you know, AJ's committing, really, of all the bad things, yeah, people have done in boxing. Genuinely. Not because I'm a hater. I'm talking statistically or categorically, yeah, taking another man's belts that you didn't win and throwing them out the ring. That for me is the peak of disrespect. I think it's worse than Tyson biting Evander Holyfield's ear, truth be known, because I understand that. I understand being in a fight, feeling like you're being headbutted and thinking, I'm going to get you back. In fact, that's what you call old school. I'd have preferred, yeah, AJ to fight hard and bite on Usyk's ear. And to be quite frank, I'd have defended that. I'd have said, listen, man, end of the day, AJ, he in the middle of the squabbles and he feeling it like that, yeah? He feeling like he wants to chew on some man's ear. I can back that. What I can't back is you being super duper submissive in the ring for 12 rounds and then, when the bell's gone, you're giving it the whole drunk dude at the pub being held back. Oh, you know what I mean? No, AJ knew he was safe in the ring. He knew nothing. I mean, the fight was over. Why are you kicking off when the fight is over? Who doing that? Yeah? You had 12 rounds to kick off. And instead, you went out like a wet fart. Super duper sad. So like I said, all this, like, he's always trying to virtue signal. I've said before, or it's well known. People who are, do. People who virtue signal, people who front, say. Yeah? Rather than, listen, AJ, if you don't do online internet discussions, just don't do them. What you don't do is, I'm going to tell people what I don't do. Oh no, wait a minute. But you're doing it, because that's why you're replying to it. Do you understand? So, a big contradiction. AJ's one of them guys, yeah, who wants to tell you who he is. The same way I said the other time. Oh, I'm a gangster, oh, I'm really hard, and oh, I'm an all-time great. I refuse to lose. Oh, you're telling us, you're not showing us. Yeah? I don't do the online discussions just for clout. Yeah, like I said. We know a lot of things you don't do. You don't get stuck in either whilst you're at it. And that's why, yeah, I'd rather Fury not be bipolar the way he is. But in the main, I've said for a little while now, at least Fury gets it done when it matters. Yeah, is Fury perfect? Could I devise a way for him to be better? Absolutely. But as far as that ding-a-ling-a-ling goes, when that ding-a-ling-a-ling goes, you know what I mean? There's no playing when you know what I mean? There's no playing then. And I'd rather that. I'd rather AJ. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what. To be quite frank, AJ, the point is, I don't care what you be doing outside the ring. Yeah? Oh, I don't play the online. You can do you know what I mean? No one cares what you don't. I'm sorry, AJ, yeah? This whole fronting thing, this whole thing of you appearing like you're super deep, it's done with. Some people, some clowns went along with it when you was champion, because that's the effect of being a champion. people follow winners. But when you're a loser, ain't no one trying to hear about what you don't do. No one cares. Who cares if you don't do online discussions? Yeah, it's no longer edgy. Before it was kind of like, oh look, a world champion who doesn't do online beef. Oh, he's edgy. Oh, he's super deep. Oh, he's super like professional. Oh, he's super grown up. You know what I mean? Oh, he's, you know what I mean? Now you just like now honestly, you just look like a big clown, a big buff clown, because that's all you've got. To be quite frank, you can tell AJ is poorly advised, because at this point, all he has is the internet clownery, truth be known. Because you don't have no substance in the ring. People know you ain't turning up to win. You ain't. God's honest truth, yeah, I'm not even sure AJ can beat Dillian White at this point. I'm not sure. I'm really not. I'm not sure AJ can beat Dillian White. I'm just not sure. That for me that used to be a 90-10 fight. Now it is 50-50. And if you're lucky, you might give it 60-40 to AJ. You might do. Yeah? That's where you find yourself. So you best start doing some internet clout. That's what you best start. You know what I'm saying? That's all you got left. Because you ain't got no substance or character in the ring. Ain't no one checking for you what you're doing in boxing. That's the truth. Apart from the few man fans you've got, no one in the sport is checking for, oh, you know what I mean? No one's thinking you're going to win a fight. Put it that way. Yeah? Who here thinks AJ can beat Joe Joyce? Yeah? Who here thinks AJ can beat Fury? That's what it used to be. It used to be, oh well, Fury's kind of goofy on the internet, but AJ's a serious one. You know what I mean? It's one of them ones. Goofy versus serious. Now it's kind of like, well, AJ, there's nothing serious about you. Because you ain't serious in the ring. You're a clown in the ring. Big buff clown at that. The first man in history of the game to complain about being bigger. The fuck? For years, people have been saying, well, we know what happens. A good big man beats a good little man. Until AJ come along. Yeah, the biggest, buffest dude we've all ever seen. AJ single-handedly undoing 1 billion years of alleged evolution. Single-handedly. All the boxers, Conor McGregor drained himself down 15 pounds to try and get a weight advantage over all the midgets. AJ, the first man, oh well, it's my weight's a problem. AJ, the first man where weight is actually detrimental, allegedly. Of course it wasn't. It was to do with this here. You're shot to bits. You're mentally shot. You've been mentally shot. I'm not even sure you mentally ever had it, to be quite honest with you. I think AJ got off the mat against Vlad because he was kind of on autopilot. And really, that was the fight that broke him, wasn't it? So, it's one of them ones. Anyone can really do something once. It's not a fluke, but that's like you found yourself in a tough situation. The real test of character is what you do when you're there again. Isn't it? Everyone's going to have a first time. You know what I'm saying? Everyone has to have a first time. And no one would know how AJ would react the first time. That doesn't define someone's character, though. Okay, you get put down the first time. It's all a big shock. That doesn't make it a given, as we've found. Because ever since that point, AJ spent the rest of his career avoiding being hit. That broke him. And that was why he told Rob McCracken, Rob, I don't like that fight. That fight was hard. Teach me how not to get hit again. Oops. What's great about that? The great ones, I've watched so many fights recently. Old time heads, even mid-level heads. They was loving it in there. Getting hit and getting off the mat, that was part of the whole thing. Do you know what I mean? That was part of the game. It was almost like another skill. Ever since Floyd Mayweather came along, he kind of half ruined the game where the skill of being put down and getting up was removed from the game. Now it's like that's seen as a big red flag. Being put down used to be a skill. Yeah, in as much as I saw Luis Ortiz at the weekend. His first knockdown, I think. He gets put down and he sat on his knee up until the count of 8. Same as Fury, to be honest. Fury's got a high level put down skill. He gets put down and he manipulates it to the best of his ability. When he gets put down, he waits to count out. He doesn't jump straight up and go on jelly legs. He waits to count out and then he gets up and he'll walk away from the referee to give himself some more time. Do you know what I mean? Little tactics is a skill. That's what makes the game whole. People like AJ low IQ. Rather than embrace the skill, okay, we knew this going in, you can be put down and you do have to get back up. Rather than embracing it, he ran from it. Oh, I can never be hit. I can never be put down again. Oh, my ass is gone. Oh, yeah. Anyway. So yeah, listen. I mean, this language here as well. Yeah, calm. It's almost like AJ adding in the whole hood element. Yeah, AJ always trying to assimilate the hood culture. AJ, you're not. Oh, to be fair, hood in itself is dead, man. Hood's dead anyway. Hood's full of bums for the most part. Yeah, hood is the whole hood mentality is bums. Look at that guy that KSI just fought. Swamps. Yeah. Oh, I'm from the hood. I'm swamped. He goes in there and he's literally running for his life. Proper clown. Yeah. For the most part, the hood, they can only fight with weapons, so they're no good anyway. But still, the whole like, yeah, calm. Yeah. Oh, yeah, calm. Oh, I'm really edgy. Oh, I'm from the hood. Do you know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't mind. I'm all for hood. If you're in there putting on hood performances, I'm all for that. Do you know what I'm saying? But when you're in there getting your head boxed off by a dude half your size, don't be talking about, yeah, calm. Yeah, you need to be speaking in full English. That's what you need to be doing. That's what, 100%. Yeah. I don't want to see listen, AJ. I don't want to see you using no slang. Do you understand? You haven't earned to use no slang. You need to be speaking in proper Queen's English, because you're a straight up and down square looking ass. That's why. Yeah, you haven't earned no slang. I don't do the online discussions just for clout. So if you're really about... I mean, another one. If you're really about it. As if you are. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're really about it. AJ, you're a bum. Yeah? Do you know what I mean? Oh, if you're... fair enough. For example, 5 years ago, this whole post may have meant something. I don't do the online discussions just for clout. So if you're really about it, shout. Because at that point... I'm not someone, yeah, who's going to engage in revisionist history. I'm not someone who... Some people who before would support, or who before would say certain narratives have now changed. Oh yeah, AJ always ducked Fury and Wilder. I'm not agreeing with that. I'm not going to change history. Back in 2019, back in 2018, absolutely, AJ was the one pushing for them fights. That's what the evidence shows. That's never going to change. Yeah, AJ wanted to be part of them fights. Yeah, he wanted the Wilder fight, he wanted the Fury fight, and he made active efforts, sending contracts, sending term sheets, sending his own offers to make them fights happen. However, now, coming out here like, oh, if you're really about it, AJ, that period's gone now. Yeah, you ain't in that power position. Before you could say, if you're really about it. You're not about it. You know what I mean? For you to sit there and ask Tyson if he's really about it, you need to worry about what you're about. You don't even know what you're about, really. So how are you worrying about what other people are about? If you're really about it. At this point, you need to have your hands open and begging for any opportunity. That's what you need to be doing. You've lost that team, and that's why I don't want AJ to get this fight, because he don't deserve to fight, bottom line. Not even a little bit. And it's almost like he needs to be reminded he is now any bum. Do you understand? Any bum. You are any bum. But it's almost like Fury is half putting him back on now. And now he's thinking, oh, if you're really about it, then shout too. What do you mean if you're really about it? Fury, put it on you. Do you want the fight or not? You haven't got no power in the situation. Yeah? You ain't got no power in this situation. You're a taker. You ain't giving nothing. You take. Bottom line. Fury got you all nice and greased up right now, and he's going to give it to you. 100. Simple as that. Big facts. You take what Fury giving. Yeah? If Fury wants to give you the long one, you take the long one. Big facts. Yeah? Oh, yeah, calm. Oh, my name AJ. I'm from Watford. Stand up. What did he say? Some postcode. Stand up. JW7. Okay, no. Do you know, how old is this man? This man is 33 years old, and he's shouting a postcode. Oh my God. Do you know what I mean? He's shouting a postcode. What the fuck? Oh man, stand up my SW17. Fucking hell, what are we doing here? Do you know what I mean? When all else fails, and I've noticed that as well. When all else fails, assimilate. fake hood culture. That's the go-to. Most that's what a lot of ethnic dons, yeah, when all else fails, go to the I'm from the hood. Oh, SW17. Oh, stand on my SW17 killers. Do you know what I mean? Okay, now it's proper cringe. Super cringe. Oh, yeah. So if you're really about it, shout. If you're really about it. I don't understand where you're coming from here. Oh, if you're really about it. Because to say that statement normally means you're really about it. Do you know what I'm saying? For someone to question what another man's about. Yeah. If you're really about it, you best I'm going to let you know what I mean? I just think that to wonder what Fury's about, you'd have to be at least how he used to be. AJ of 2018 could say, Fury, if you're really about it, shout 258. Why? Well, because there's a paper trail of AJ and Team AJ making offers. Yeah? And Fury not really, for whatever reason, really entertaining them. But now, you ain't got no power here. Yeah? Fury says jump, you say how high, that's what you be doing. How about shout out? You need to get what you need to do is get your begging pot out and start doing the rounds. Collect some coins up. Do some begging. Again, even this bit here, to be honest, I'll be ready in December. No, you'll be ready when Fury tells you you'll be ready. Do you understand? You ain't got no power here. And I wouldn't mind, again, I'm the first man to jump on the AJ bandwagon. If, for example, like these kind of moves here, you telling Fury when you're ready. No, if Fury tells you it'll be in September, you'll be doing it in September. Because you ain't got no power. You got no belts, got no dignity. You got nothing. He's literally got nothing. Nothing to show. I'll be ready in December. Yeah? Who does the guy think he is? Oh, he thinks he's some fake hood dude. That's what it is. AJ, when all else fails, flick to a fake hood dude. No, and it's basically, the whole statement is him fronting like he's something special. Bottom line. Yeah? The whole thing has undertones like he really shit hot. As if he has any say when the date will be. Do you know what I'm saying? You know? Okay, if I'm wrong, yeah. AJ fans out there, you tell me what makes you think AJ has any say when the date will be. Go on, tell me which part. Tell me what bit you got to see. It's not the belts. It's not the resume. It's not the recent form. So what is it then? Oh, but YB, and that's what all the AJ man fans will say. Oh, but YB, AJ still a big draw. He ain't no draw now. He ain't no draw. I can't see. It's going to be interesting to see the numbers, but I can't see who really going to turn up and watch this guy anymore. Yes, will there be some clowns? Absolutely, but for the most part, I'm talking about the big 80,000. Forget about it, in my opinion. Not happening. Don't forget, people. AJ's been doing stadiums since time began. That's over now. He back to the O2. Big man ting. Smash the like button, subscribe, and your boy will be back.